It is March 17th, 1:30 a.m. And I saw earlier today, actually, or technically yesterday, Renew the Acolyte was trending. And I am someone that wants to renew the Acolyte. So I just wanted to just kind of talk about the show a little bit. I know the fandom menace out there likes to sit and waste their time just yapping about just pointless negativity about the show because they don't like a specific episode, episode 3. But, we're not going to get into that. That's going to be a topic, I think, very soon. We're going to talk about the fandom menace very soon. But when it comes to the Acolyte, man, dude, one of the things that the Acolyte had, there's one specific scene that made me like pause and stand up from my bed. Like I got up and I couldn't believe it. If you see that book right there with that yellow stripe, I'm sure some of you could probably identify it right there with that little picture right there. That's Darth Sidious. You know what that book is? That's a Darth Plagueis novel. It's Legends, not canon anymore. When Plagueis pulled up in the Acolyte, dude, I paused. I got up. I couldn't believe it. I went downstairs. I got some water, drank some water. I was in shock, dude. Our first look at Plagueis, and it was in the Acolyte. And there's a story there. There's a story there. I think a central character to the show is Chimere, right? I think that's how you pronounce the name. I hope I'm not getting that wrong. Chimere. Chimere? I think it's Chimere. Anyway, Chimere is like the central piece because his connection to so many characters in the show, important characters, right? He's got a connection to Vernestra, right? Clearly they got some beef, and I want to see how that beef started, which is season 2. Kind of an episode or something focused on their beef, their past would be really great. His connection to Darth Plagueis, dude. He's standing there. Okay, we'll get to that. His connection to Darth Plagueis, and then his connection to Osha and May, right? There's obviously we saw what was going on with them throughout the show and how Osha turned and May turned. They kind of flip sides, whatever. At the end of the show, Chimere and Osha are standing there holding hands on a lightsaber, and behind them, for sure, behind them, in that little cave with his little prickly fingers, is Darth Plagueis just watching them. What is this whole? Where is this story going? Where is it going? It's what is it? 120 years before Phantom Menace. There's so much that can happen there, especially with Plagueis, with Chimere, with Osha and May, and just their whole connection, the whole weirdness with the Force going on there. There's such a sick storyline going on, and it literally got canned because the fandom menace really, really, really hated that one episode, episode 3 of Acolyte, so much that they just review bombed. They made sure to tell all their friends not to watch the show. I know people that didn't watch the show because other people told them not to watch it, and those people never even watched the show because they heard from other people. Like it's toxic. It's super toxic, and I think that the Acolyte's got to get renewed, man. I think there's so much potential there, and I don't want to like. Okay, obviously I like the books. I'll read the books, but just give us a season 2. Just give us one that just season 2. We don't need to go beyond that. You know what I mean? Like we can just see a little flashback sequence with Vernestra and Chimere. We can wrap up whatever's going on with Osha, May, Chimere, and then we could see a little bit of Plagueis, maybe a little bit of Yoda in there, and just one more season. Renew the Acolyte. If you sat here and listened for 4 minutes of me yapping about the Acolyte, thank you. You're a real one. See you on Twitter, House Solo YT.